right, so in this lesson, I'm going to show you a cool bonus trick that allows you to simulate more intense punches and kicks. And this trick can actually be used for other things too in a lot of different scenes. So it can be used to make a more snappy, aggressive gear shift. You could use it on a door slam, on a jump, or pretty much anything with sudden movement where you'd like to enhance the feeling of speed and force. So the general premise of this trick is that you basically, at the point of impact, or at the point of the largest amount of movement on screen sometimes, you want to remove 1 or 2 frames. And if you do it right, it doesn't feel like a jump cut. It just feels like that particular move has a lot of snap to it, and it happens very quickly and forcefully. So it's, like I said, it's great for things in a fight scene, and it can also be great for a lot of other things in different action environments. So I'm going to demonstrate this on 3 different examples in our scene. Just going to duplicate this sequence and relabel and load it up. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to apply this to the beginning of the scene where Rollins sucker punches Dan. We're going to apply it to the middle of the scene where Dan actually pushes Rollins away, which is a less common use of this trick, but it works equally as well. And thirdly, we're going to use it at the end here on this spin kick. And this is a great opportunity to add a little extra snap. So first things first, we'll apply it to this punch where Rollins is sucker punching Dan. So here's how it currently looks. Hey, oh. All right, it's fine. Realistic, it looks good. One more time. Hey, oh. Okay, and now here it is if we remove 1 frame right at the point of impact. So 1 frame, just going to bring this video back and then roll out the tail to fill in the hole that was created. So now we're missing 1 frame right in here at the point of impact. So check this out. So it has a little extra snap to it. It's not overt. It doesn't look strange or unrealistic. It just looks a little bit more forceful. And this is a really great trick to use if you film the fight scene, for example, with actors that aren't actually able to perform the moves well. These actors do a great job with it, and they've obviously trained in these stunts. But if your actors are moving a little bit more slowly, you can make it look like they're moving quite a bit more quickly by just removing frames at the right points. So I'll just show you this one more time. Okay, cool trick. So I'm actually going to skip the middle example for right now, and we're going to move on to the kick since it's a little bit more similar to what we just did. And again, we're just going to remove 1 frame from the point of impact. So I'll show you what it looks like before. Okay, and one more time. All right, and now if we remove a frame from the point of impact, push our video back, roll out the tail, and here we go. Little extra snap. And you could try removing more than 1 frame, but sometimes it ends up looking a little bit more jumpy at that point. And it also kind of starts to become a little bit difficult to see what's happening because there's only so many frames, for example, in this shot where his leg is visible and you actually see TT being kicked. So if you remove too many of those frames, it just kind of looks like, well, it becomes a little bit confusing and you can't completely tell what just happened. You kind of infer that he kicked TT, but it's nice to see as much of it as possible. So 1 frame is probably about all we want to remove from this section. Now, here is a section, an example where we'll actually take out 2 frames. So this, where he pushes Rollins away. This is a really neat example. So let me play for you what we have. And this is a really great learning point as far as turning something. I mean, this is certainly a move in the fight where Dan pushes Rollins away, but it doesn't necessarily look skillful on Dan's part. He's just kind of pushing somebody, and we've all pushed people before. But when you see somebody get pushed really hard, that's a little bit cooler. You think that either the person's really strong, or they knocked this guy off balance, or they did something a little bit more special, a little bit more interesting. So if we can make Dan's push seem that much quicker and that much more powerful, it makes incrementally this section of the fight more interesting. So let's check it out before we do anything to it. Okay, and one more time. All right, now we're going to remove 2 frames. And it's going to be a matter of finding the right place to take them out so that this doesn't seem jumpy, because this is a little bit more delicate than something like a quick punch. So I'm going to take out the frame here and here, right when Dan's actually starting to push. Oop. I accidentally took out 3 frames. So let's just take out 2. I'll undo that. All right, 2 frames. And let's check this out. Alright, that's a little bit jumpy. That doesn't completely work. So I'm actually just going to roll this edit point down and see how this works. That works a little bit better. That looks like it's snappy and not a jump cut. So let's check it out one more time. Yeah, that's exactly what we were going for. So remember that this trick, it's super simple, and it's not just for fight scenes. It's for anything where you want to increase the perceived speed and force of a movement. So action scenes are pretty rich with situations like that, so hopefully you'll get some use out of this. For your homework in this lesson, try removing 1 or 2 frames from some of your attacks to intensify their sense of speed and power.